the channel, we enlist in the Tiger Force as we got the Target Hasbro Pulse exclusive Duke and Ram Cycle.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the G.I. Joe Classified Target exclusive, Hasbro Pulse exclusive, Duke and Ram Cycle. But remember, for all your non-exclusive needs in the G.I. Joe Classified brand and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, and anything over $39, of course, does ship free. Gotta get a deal. But today, we've got the Target exclusive Duke and Ram Cycle, and I just did pick this up at one of my local Targets. They're starting to get out there. Bazooka's starting to get out there. Bazooka, not in my area yet, but Duke and the Ram Cycle made his first appearance, and I'm very happy to pick this one up and check it out. And as we've been saying the last couple of weeks on the channel, it's so cool to get like one G.I. Joe figure every single week to unbox. It really is awesome. It is really exciting times as we end 2022, and we still have to do our top 10 G.I. Joe Classified figures of 2022, so stay tuned for that on the channel very soon. Make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel. So without further ado, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there, and of course later on in this video we'll do some comparisons as well. But we got old Duke and the Ram Cycle, very similar packaging design. The breaker box with a Ram Cycle that was also a Target exclusive, coincidentally enough, was a very similar sized box, except that one had plastic, this one plastic-free packaging going on here with the Duke and the Ram Cycle. But there it is, very cool graphics on the front, very cool comic artwork. Duke looking good on the old Ram Cycle. Now, I don't believe the Ram Cycle was ever a Tiger Force vehicle back in the day, so they're taking a little bit of new freedom with the line here. But Duke was definitely a member of Tiger Force, and I do vividly remember still, as a little 6 or 7-year-old boy, what Target I bought this Duke at back in the day. I definitely remember that, and I remember being very excited because I didn't have the original Duke. This was my first Duke figure as a little kid, was the Tiger Force version. And it was really cool because Tiger Force is the way it needed to be, as Flint, of course, the true leader of G.I. Joe, as we all know, was also the true leader of Tiger Force, as many know at home as well. So very cool Tiger Force brand. I've always loved Tiger Force, my favorite sub-team of all time, so I was very excited. Give me all the Tiger Force figures, that's for sure. G.I. Joe packaging like normal. Number 40 in the line, that's what he is. We're bouncing all over these numbers here. Distribution's been pretty crazy, as we know. And we got Duke on the side. Look at that. That's pretty cool artwork there. It's a little better than most. I don't mind that. And then on the back here, shows what is inside. And he looks a little bit small for that bike. Maybe it's just me, but the pictures make him look a little small for the bike, I think. But let's pull him out. Let's see what's going on here. I might have to take this offline and build it. We'll see what we're getting ourselves into. Yeah, I probably will take this offline. Yeah, definitely taking it offline. Let's look at all that. We got all those that need to be cut out. Nothing else in there, so we're going to give it the old see you later. But this is kind of cool. I like this little setup here. You got the Tiger Force background there. You got the cycle, of course. You got Duke locked in. But we got to cut all these out. We got tape and all that other stuff. But then we get kind of the artillery box here, the ammo box. I really do like this. If we're not going to have plastic-free packaging, I love that they do things like this. These are great to save for like dioramas, buildings, things like that. So that is really cool. But it says Duke and Ram on it here. So let me take this offline. Let me get this out. Let me get this out. And we'll be back talking all things Duke and Ram Cycle. All right, we're out of the package here, and of course we got the G.I. Joe Cobra parchment paper locked in. Always do prefer this, but it seems like a waste of money to me. See you later, goodbye. Then we do get the little warnings, see you later, Spider-Man style, goodbye. Now we break it down. We got the Duke figure, we got the accessories, and of course we got the Ram Cycle. I guess we'll start with the accessories first, why not? No extra hands, anything like that. But we do get some stuff we've seen before, and we got some stuff that is a little bit new with this one. First thing we have here is, I believe these are like binoculars. We did get these with the original Duke figure in the Classified Wave. These do pin onto his belt buckle. Yes, they do, just like the old one. So I'm not shocked there. All one color here. I believe the other ones were a little bit more colorful. At least they had a little dab of color, I was assuming. I believe that's right. I guess we'll see here in a second when we do compare them. But that does fit on him. And as usual, I love it that all the stuff does store on the G.I. Joe figures. That's always exciting for me. We do get a little pistol action. I believe we saw this as before as well. All in black. Should fit in his holster. What do you know? It fits right there in his holster on the side. So very similar to the original Duke once again. But now we get something a little bit different here, and boy, is this iconic to me. This reminds me of the Duke Tiger Force figure I picked up as a small little kid in the 3 3/4 line. I'm not sure what kind of gun this is called, but it's very famous in the G.I. Joe Duke figure. I'll never forget him having this one. Always the little like stock thing down here that goes under the arm when you're shooting. Always remember this one. I believe the original one was gray color. Don't quote me on that, but this one is all black. Looks really good. Just takes me down memory lane. Just makes me think back to being a small kid when I see this gun here. So it does look really good. Then we do get a backpack. Of course, G.I. Joe style, plugs into the back. All in green here. He does got a shovel going on there in a little different color, but the rest is all green, kind of army color. Would love to see some extra color to these, but if anything's going to save some money, I think that's what they do. They're going to save some money by not coloring this out like it needs to be. So very good there. Now we're going to turn our attention over to the Duke figure. Then we're going to do Ram Cycle. But this Duke figure, getting the most out of your molds. It's something we've seen before. A little bit of updates here. Of course, it is the Tiger Force style. And, you know, we're building out that Tiger Force team. We're going to have Bazooka. We're going to have Recondo very soon. Of course, we do have Outback already. Where is the Flint Tiger Force? I'm anxiously awaiting that one. Hopefully, 2023, we get Flint in his Tiger Force gear. We'll see if that happens. But let's walk through Duke and his articulation first. The head goes all the way around, up and down, side to side. Do get a ball joint on the neck as well, so you can get some really deep articulation out of that head and neck if you really want to. Arms go all the way around, got a little butterfly action as usual. We do get bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, unfortunately, they're not pinless. Hands back and forth, got the old trigger finger going on there. He does got waist articulation, does have that big old ab crunch. He can do those Duke Tiger Force splits if he needs to. We do get a thigh cut. We do get the drop down hips as a custom with the classified line. Double jointed knees, you do get a boot cut, and then you get ankles back and forth. So all the typical G.I. Joe articulation we're really used to at this point. He does look pretty good, though. We're going to see. I think I probably do prefer this version to Duke just because I'm such a Tiger Force guy, but your mileage may vary depending how you like your Dukes. We do know the classified line started off with Duke in Series 1, and they kind of took some artistic license with the Joes, turned off a lot of fans, as we do know. They were more video game based at the time, and then Hasbro did a big reset and said, okay, we got to make this line have some legs. We're going to go back to the drawing board, and I think the classified line has really improved since they went back to that drawing board, and I wouldn't be shocked to see that Duke and some of those Series 1 characters to be brand back here in the future, maybe a store exclusive, something like that. I could see them saying, hey, we want to make those key characters back into the regular line. And I guess this is one of the first examples of that as we got Duke again here in the Tiger Force. He does got that big satchel across the top here. He's got his Joe communicator, very dumbed down compared to the first one we saw. And you do got that belt that fits loose on there as well. The tiger stripe pants, very, very iconic, of course. And he's got his shin guards in black, his knee guards in black, and then you got your gray boots. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands. That's the one he uses here. But he does fit very, very well on there. The Duke head, let's grab the original version of Duke here. Same body, same everything. It's just coloring differences as we got. And I always liked this Duke. I didn't think it was that bad. He's a lot more red-skinned here. It looks like his blood pressure's up here a little bit because, you know, he's taking orders from Flint now, so he's probably getting a little mad. He doesn't like to be on the other side of things from a true leader like my boy Flint. But there's good and bad with both of these guys. I really do like this first version of Duke. I like that we got the different weapon here. They didn't just give us this weapon. Nice touch to the pass there with that one. He even has the same watch that we got the first time around. But definitely good. Does he have the scar still? Yeah, he still does have a little bit of the scar. It's more prominent on this one, but he still does have that scar. But both of these are pretty good, but I'm loyal to the Tiger Force team. If I was a member of the Joes, I'd be on the Tiger Force team. So I'm going to say the Tiger Force one wins out for me. But that Duke original one still holds up pretty good, I think. And there's two versions of that one if you keep a track at home, of course. We also do have his Tiger Force brother Outback here, so they can join ranks together. They can be off to the races together. But then we get somebody wheeling in his own Ram Cycle. We have old Breaker. And remember the Breaker hunt at Target back in the day? Trying to get this version of the Ram Cycle. Oh, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. But now we got the Ram Cycle once again. We're getting the most out of our molds. We got to do what we got to do. We got to get more of these out here. And I thought this Ram Cycle was really cool. But boy, I do like the looks of this Ram Cycle in the Tiger Force colors. Give me more Tiger Force vehicles. I'm a broken record. I want all the Tiger Tiger Force. You guys know, I always loved the Ferret, the old Cobra Ferret, as the Tiger Force vehicle. As we do know, the Python Patrol took the GIJOE vehicles, put the Python Patrol colors, and then the Tiger Force did vice versa. I always thought that was a cool thing, and a really smart marketing thing by Hasbro, getting the most out of their molds, getting Cobra vehicles back out as GIJOEs and vice versa, as I said. Just thought that was a really fabulous thing back in the day, and it didn't make me blink an eye at all as a little kid. I was here for every bit of it, but I like the ram cycle, so we know all about the ram cycle. We got working wheels on it. We got a kickstand going on. This definitely looks really cool, but I like it in this orange and yellow and white with the black accents, the gray accents. It really, really does pop on this one. I really do like the looks of it. It's got the Tiger Force logo on it. Got the American flag as well. G.I. Joe MJ 1027. Got that MJ... or MG, I should learn how to, I should learn my alphabet maybe. MG 1027, MG 1027 on both vehicles. We do have that sticker. But it is definitely direct reuse. And of course, you got the little sidecar Gatling gun. You can take this out and take the gun off as its own weapon if you want to, or you can leave it in here. And this, of course, just plugs in on the side of the car. Very cool like so. Very, very cool. I don't know if I needed to repaint this early, though. It's only been like a year since we've had this one. And it's very interesting, both of these being Target exclusives, which is a little interesting as well. But it is a business, after all, as we always do say. But very cool as we start to build out our G.I. Joe vehicles. We just know we're not going to get a lot of HISS tanks in the G.I. Joe line. It's just not going to happen. But things like this, we will get. We'll get the Trouble Bubbles of the world. We'll get things like these, some of the smaller vehicles, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it depends how well things sell, but I'm for all the vehicles as well. I think a lot of you guys are like me, though. If we get all these classified vehicles, where the heck are we going to put them? Because they're going to be a lot bigger than our old 3 3/4 ones for sure. We're going to see that with the HISS tank when it's like right here. We're like, holy cow, where am I going to put this? And I bought 3 of these. What am I going to do? That's what somebody's going to say out there. I guarantee it. But I do like this ram cycle, and I do prefer this ram cycle over the original one for those keeping track at home. But all around fabulous figures, a fabulous set here. It is a Target exclusive right now. Is hitting stores right now, so if you're on the lookout, you better be hitting your Targets. And you guys know you got to get a deal out there, and there's a lot of deals going on at Target. So if you can find this, you can stack it with coupons, things like that. You can definitely get a deal on this one for sure. But it's definitely worth having. It's definitely worth building out your Tiger Force team. That's what I'm doing, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. But what are your thoughts on Duke and the Ram cycle? You picking this one up? You passing? You playing the long game? Tiger Force, not for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. As you guys know, we're unboxing everything G.I. Joe classified here on the channel on top of everything else under the sun, it seems like sometimes. And don't forget about the Patreon, where you can get early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, early content, Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It's all over there on the old Patreon channel, and best of all, you do support the channel. And you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Duke and his Ram cycle, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.